What's good, guys? I'm Dave, and in this video I'm going to help you find the best pizza in Denver. Now, you might be asking yourself, why should I listen to some random guy on YouTube? And that's a valid question. While it's a really big statement for anyone to call themselves a pizza expert, my wife and I did honeymoon in Naples solely to eat pizza. I've eaten in multiple Michelin-star pizza places and have taken pizza tours throughout Chicago and New York City. I'm also a 10-year Yelp elite, but that basically just means that I'm a huge food nerd. But really, in the end, I'm just a guy who has eaten a lot of good pizza and really loves it. Also, you won't see places like Beau on this list, even though they claim to make Colorado-style pizza. Why? Ain't nobody heard of Colorado-style pizza outside of people who live in Colorado. There is just much better pizza to be found in Denver and the surrounding areas, and we're going to cover those in this video. I'd normally shoot more video inside the restaurants themselves, but I'm recording this during the pandemic, so we'll do the best that we can. Whether you're a local or you're coming to town to visit, here's my list of the best pizza places in Denver. Let's start out with the beloved local chain that's also the least expensive place on this list, Pizzeria Locale. Now, don't be fooled by its quick serve setup and lower prices. I love me a Neapolitan style pizza, and Pizzeria Locale cooks up some of the best pizzas of this kind in the city. From the classic margarita to some of the more involved recipes, you really cannot go wrong here. You know how quick serve pizza at places like Mod or Blaze just isn't that good? It really doesn't matter what toppings you put on them, the pizza is just okay. Pizzeria Locale might have a similar restaurant setup, but it is leaps and bounds better than chains like those. At most quick serve pizza places, you end up just piling on a ton of toppings on your pizza and ending up with a really heavy, okay tasting pizza. At Pizzeria Locale, you'll generally go with the pizza that's on the menu. And don't worry, you won't miss all of your toppings. The quality of the sauce, the pizza, and the toppings will more than make up for it. This is by far a superior pizza in a quick serve setup. You can see the crew at Locale making dough throughout the day, and the toppings are always fresh. The custom oven that they have here is super hot, which is really important to getting those Neapolitan style bubbles and burns. While they're both simple recipes, my two favorite pizzas here are the Margherita and the Diavola. When a Neapolitan style pizza is really good, you can keep things simple and it'll still be a great pizza. For a quick serve Neapolitan style pizza in the US, Pizzeria Locale is truly a gem, and we're lucky to have a few of them in the Denver area. Okay, let's jump to a super local favorite. Next on the list is Pizzeria Louis in Lakewood. Because it's super small and unassuming inside, Pizzeria Louis is essentially just a takeout only spot. They don't deliver and they only have one size of pizza. They're incredibly busy, the staff is lively, and they're always hustling in there. Sometimes they have weird hours where they'll be closed on some days, or they'll be open from 3 p.m. to whenever they run out of dough, which is generally around 9 p.m. Also, the waits can be really long here, so you'll regret it if you don't call ahead, so call ahead. So with Pizzeria Louis, you really get what you get, but what you get is so good. You would never expect pizza this good to come out of a shop that's this small and unassuming. They make wood-fired pizzas that are absolutely among the best in Denver. It's a thin pizza with a crust that has just the right amount of chew and char. The ingredients that they use here are super flavorful, and the menu is pretty diverse for a pizza place, and they even have seasonal recipes as well. They have red pizzas, they have white pizzas. Personally, I'm a big fan of the red pizzas here, but don't sleep on the white pizzas here as well. My personal favorite pizza here is the Shroom, which you can check out on their website. It's one of those pizzas that sounds really simple, but when a place can make a simple sounding pizza taste really good, you know that they're doing a great job. Also, a pretty cool part about Pizzeria Louis is that it's really a local spot. So if you're looking for wood-fired pizza that you want to take out some night, definitely check out Pizzeria Louis in Lakewood. It's one of the best in Denver. If you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a like to help more people find good pizza in Denver. Next, let's go with a slightly debatable, super popular, but definitely delicious pizza place, Blue Pan. Blue Pan serves Detroit-style pizza, which if you didn't know has been brought to the masses by Little Caesars, but Blue Pan is on a completely different level. These pan pizzas are rectangular in shape, thick like a Sicilian, buttery AF, and they probably have the best tasting pizza crust in Denver. They do have other types of pizza at Blue Pan, but if you're going to go there, you should get the Detroit-style pizza. They even import their pans from Detroit. All that being said, Blue Pan is pricey. The pizzas are around $25 to $30 a pizza, which is a lot more than people are used to spending at Little Caesars, but I promise these are 2 to 3 times better than those. Like a Sicilian or a good pan pizza, the slices here are more filling than like a New York style pizza, but it's not as heavy as, let's say, a Chicago deep dish. I would absolutely suggest going with a pizza on their menu instead of making one on your own. They have some award-winning recipes on their menu and they're worth checking out. Two of my personal favorites here are the Brooklyn Bridge and the Parma Italia. For the Parma Italia, I actually really don't even like prosciutto, but this pizza that comes with arugula on it is one of the very few that can change my mind. So Blue Pan Pizza, absolutely one of the best pizza places in Denver. Even though it's Detroit style pizza, that crust is amazing. Next, let's hop over to a smaller spot that probably has the coolest interior of any of the places on this list. It's White Pie on Humboldt. White Pie does New Haven style pizza, which isn't familiar to even people who love pizza. A New Haven style pizza is like a cousin of a Neapolitan and New York style pizza. It's cooked at very high temperatures. We're talking around 900 degrees. It has some really good char, and it's a thinner style pizza with a still chewy crust. Basically, if you love Neapolitan style pizza, do not sleep on a New Haven style pizza. It's really good. In general, New Haven style pizzas are ovalish in shape and cooked with a coal-fired oven. They use a wood-fired oven at White Pie, and you can see it from the dining room. It's pretty cool. All that being said, the White Pie pizza at White Pie is probably one of the best pizzas in all of Denver. Now, I realize that's a really big statement. In general, in life, I'm a red sauce person. I feel like I've had a lot of gimmicky White Pies in my life, and it's very rare that a White Pie gets the right combination of cheese, garlic, and sauce of some kind that makes you forget all about red sauce. Somehow, White Pie gets that done. They also do a standard margarita here and a lot of really interesting recipe, but really the White Pie at White Pie steals the show. I would definitely say that it's the best white pizza in town, and it's probably one of the best pizzas in Denver. While it's totally a fine pizza, they call their margarita here a moots, but it's not nearly as good as a margarita that you can get from other places on this list, including this next shop. As is the case with Pizzeria Locale, you can't hate on a place just because they've been successful with multiple locations, and Marco's coal-fired pizza makes some of the best Neapolitan-style pizza in Denver. They're the only pizzeria in Colorado that's been certified by one of the most distinguished pizza associations for Neapolitan-style pizza. Now, I know that we're talking a lot about Neapolitan-style pizza in this video, but it's because Naples is the birthplace of pizza. Marco's does an incredible job making Neapolitan-style pizza, especially considering it's not super expensive and we're not on the coast. While the inside of a Marco's kind of looks like a nicer Bertucci's, it's just a nice sit-down restaurant. The pizza that comes out of the ovens is a lot better than you'd ever expect. I've had Neapolitan-style pizza throughout Italy at Michelin-star restaurants, and the pizza that comes out at Marco's is not all that different because they use very similar, if not the same, ingredients. They have traditional Neapolitan recipes, but they also have a section of their menu for New York pizzas. The pizzas are cooked the same way, but it's just the toppings are different. You can find a winner on both sides of the menu at Marco's just because the dough, the ingredients, and the oven are so good. If you're into Neapolitan-style pizza, it's just hard to go wrong with Marco's. It's super solid all around. It's just a great sit-down pizza restaurant where you can split a few pizzas with friends. Don't skip it just because it has multiple locations. It was one of our favorites the first time that we went, and it remains one of our favorite pizza places in town today. Now it's time for some honorable mentions. I want to pour out a little bit of liquor for DC Pie Co., which closed during the COVID-19 pandemic. If DC Pie Co. was still open, I honestly would have declared it the best sit-down pizza restaurant in Denver. That's how good it was. I also want to give a shout out to Cart Driver, a place that makes you want to get 2 of its smaller, delicious pizzas. Also, I know a lot of people really like Grabowski's. Personally, I'm just not really into that Chicago-style tavern, really thin cracker crust, but it is solid. And I know that we have some shops that serve up weird slices that are kind of fun for Instagram, but the pizza places that I mentioned serve really, really solid pizza. If you're looking for great pizza in Denver, it does exist. It just might be a little bit harder to find, but that's why you watch this video. I hope this video gave you a few places to check out, whether you're a local or you're coming to town to visit. If you've made it this far, please hit that like button and share this video with that friend that you want to grab a slice of pizza with. Thanks so much for watching, and happy pizzaing!